Hey, welcome back to another video. This is a paid request from my friend John, the Zero Cool. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you for your kindness and your patience, same with everyone else. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, movie reviews, re-reviews, random thoughts, streams, commentaries, video game playthrough for an hour, full playthrough, tier list ranking, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal, do have a CashApp as well. Links are down below in the info box and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. And for those who sent them, thank you. I do appreciate it. To be for pretty much any type of video, like I said, and was about ready to repeat again. But thank you to my friend John. His username is the Zero Cool. Thank you so much, man. Again, I hope you are doing well with your move and stuff. But he wanted me to react to this list of Esquire, which who the fuck reads Esquire? Top 25 best superhero movies of all time according to them. Now, granted, with every list, hell, if I made a list, if you made a list, there'd be stuff we'd all disagree with because we all don't think the same. If I did a list of the top 25 best favorite, I would use the term favorite, superhero films, there'd be stuff people would disagree with. So with every list, there's that. But I have a feeling there's going to be some bullshit on this because otherwise I doubt John would have set the requested. So we'll see what entails. What was number... Shit, if I could go down. What's number 25? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Are you fucking serious with this shit? Fuck this list. Up his stupid fucking ass. Fuck this fucking list. If I could burp, I would do it on camera. In this fucking list face. What the fuck major malfunction is it that of all superhero films of all time, Thunderbolts, the movie that ends with the power of hug. They go into a fucking dark black universe, Black Mirror, and they run away from one memory where the guy was wearing a goddamn chicken mascot costume for whatever food he was trying to sell at that job. And they just watch the guy fight himself and hug himself, and they hug him. What the fuck? Thunderbolts sucked. What the hell did they say? Reinvigorated the once dominant Marvel franchise. How did it reinvigorate it? It bombed. It flopped. It did nothing. It did jack shit. What the hell? What reinvigorated to what? Yeah, B tier anti-heroes. More like C tier. Time will ultimately tell what legacy Thunderbolts leaves behind, but this found family picture is not just shockingly good, it's great. No, it's not. It sucks. Fucking dick. Sebastian Stan had nothing to do as a Winter Soldier. He's fucking wasted. This fucking bullshit. Shazam. I like Shazam, but I don't know if it'd be top 25. I like the first Shazam for what it is. It's definitely more comedic. It's trying to be a take, on the film big. Yes, obviously it's based on the comic, but it's definitely more comedic. I like Shazam. I think it's one of the better DC films in the past 10 years. I don't know if it'd be top 25. Super, really? With Rainn Wilson? I wasn't a fan of this film. It did nothing for me. No. I always get that confused with that one that Woody Harrelson did. Defender? I always get confused with that one. Super, I know people like the film. It didn't do anything for me. I always forget James Gunn was a part of that, to be honest. It did nothing for me. Sorry. I had nothing much to say because I don't remember the damn film. Thor Ragnarok. When I first saw Thor 3, I liked it. I don't think it holds up as well. Especially later on, like you see that's the start of of Hulk being more of a joke. Like when he falls to recreate that bit in The Incredible Hulk from 2008, but then he pancakes and then flops over. And then Hulk just fights this one creature for the whole fucking fight. Loki's a good guy, is a bad guy, is a good guy, is a bad guy again. Make up your fucking mind. Valkyrie, I didn't give much of a rat shit about her. I mean, could I watch that over other recent Marvel films? Yes. Is there some fun I could get from it? Yes. I don't know if it'd be in my top 25, though. I mean, I like it more than Thor 2. I like it more than Thor Love and Thunder. So I don't hate the film. But I will say this film didn't age as well as some others. I don't know if it'd be top 25. Watchmen. I don't know if it'd be on my list, but I could see it. I could see why Watchmen would be on the list. You know, whatever you could say about the director, Zack Snyder, he definitely did the best he could in recreating shots and images from the comic. I don't think he understood what they meant and the underlying themes. Because wasn't he the one that said, "Oh, I like this comic because there's killing and fucking in it"? I think that's what he said, but I do think it's a bit overlong. I know it's part of the comic. I don't like what they did to Rorschach at the end. I get why they did it though, but just preference. I didn't care what happened to him, but so I did it, but I don't like it. Just because I did it doesn't mean I don't have to like it. But it does have some good visuals. I like that it was R-rated. It definitely had a very explicit sex scene. I can imagine if you went in there with your parents and you think it's just another superhero film, you see this big sex scene. Wasn't it like Zero Gravity or no? I forget what it was. But yeah, she was involved, and he's got some good cast members. Like some of the casting worked well. But it's not a film I ever go back to rewatch. Like, I do think for the most part it's well done, but it's not a film I just go out of my way to rewatch. I don't know why, just one of those things, but I could see that being on the list, sure. Superman 2, of course, yes, really good movie. Love the 3 Kryptonian villains. Thought it was a bit too early to have the story of Superman giving up his powers, since we've just been introduced to him in the last movie. So I thought that was a bit too soon. But Gene Hackman's great. Oh, thank goodness, Superman. I mean, get him! Gene Hackman's great. I actually prefer the Richard Lester cut, especially that line, "General, you care to step outside?" And of course, rest in peace to Terrence Stamp, who played Zod. He recently passed away. Rest in peace to him. He did a wonderful job in this, as well as other movies he was in. The Limey. Even if I don't like the film, he did good in stuff like Red Planet and stuff of that nature. But yeah, Superman 2 is a lot of fun. Avengers Endgame. I'm not surprised this is on the list. A lot of people love this film. I do not. I never liked Endgame, and I don't like Infinity War. I think Endgame is overlong. I think it's overrated. I think it's one of those movies where I think Robert Downey Jr. does a good job acting-wise. I think Chris Evans does a good job acting-wise. On the flip side, Chris Hemsworth's Thor is pathetic and a joke with all the fat, Big Lebowski type of jokes. I don't think it was funny joke either. The Hulk, I know they're trying to do smart Hulk from the comics, but he was just taking selfies and like a wannabe goddamn Steve Urkel and offering people breakfast tacos. The ending, I did it, but it was like a CGI clusterfuck, and like they had the one moment where all the women get together It's like they had a meeting before it. Okay, at this part, we all get together here. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, get the fuck out of here. It does this weird stuff with time travel. The idea is time travel is not real, so there's no specific rules. But it's a bit wonky. It's still, okay, they changed stuff, but it doesn't really affect stuff in the future. Is that okay? Just never been big on it. I mean, I would watch. I would rather watch that over Infinity War because it does have the big battle where there's a lot of people that get their moments to shine. Robert Downey Jr. I do like his performance in Endgame, but yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, really? I thought that was a step down from the first one. I don't hate Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I don't hate the film. I like Kurt Russell in it. I think the opening is funny with the baby Groot running around and you have the Guardians fighting. I think it's a fun opening. Michael Rooker does a really good job. I think Michael Rooker steals the show. Kurt Russell I like. Although I kind of wish he had more to do. I like that Michael Rooker and Stallone are in a scene together, like a cliffhanger reunion. I love that. And I can't praise Michael Rooker enough in that movie. But it's like the Guardians just got together in the first film, and now a good chunk of the movie they're separated. And these are over here, and this guy's over here, and Rocket Raccoon's over here. And it's just, well, you want them as a team, you want them together. And then after the opening, they're pretty much separated, and I don't know. I just thought it was a step down. I don't hate the film. I would not put it in my top 25 list, but I don't hate the film. Shin Kamen Rider. Is that the one I reviewed? Okay, I can't show the trailer because I'm sure copyright. But I'm just going to look at the trailer and see if to remind, because I did see. I want to make sure this is the one I saw. I think it is. I mean, interesting. Okay, I think it is. Okay, so I did like this film. I'm kind of surprised it's on the list. This is the most surprising so far on the list to me. Well, no, Thunderbolts is, but this is the second most surprising. But this one, I liked this film. I did review it. It was a request. Would I put it in my top 25? I don't know about that, but it is a very interesting choice. I mean, I guess technically it is a superhero. And they said superhero, not comic book movie. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, but I'm very surprised. I mean, I liked the film. I thought, it has its issues. It's not perfect. What does it say? Imagine if David Cronenberg directed Spider-Man, that's the vibe, written and directed a reboot of the 1971 TV series. Not only a worthwhile intro to Japan's superheroes, it's a welcome change of pace from Marvel and DC's movies. I mean, I can see that. I do like the film. It's definitely got some very inventive parts to it. I would say it maybe at times is a little overambitious. But I do like this film. I did like it. Again, I don't know if it'd be top 25, but I'll give it... That's an interesting choice. I will say that is an interesting choice. Hellboy... I could see that. I like the first Hellboy. That might be in my top 25. I do like Hellboy. I think the first one's the best one. Captain America Winter Soldier, I'm surprised it's that low. Because I think that's the... Of the Marvel films from 2008 to now, I think this film is the best. I do. Like, if I like, what's the best Marvel cinematic universe movie? I would say Captain America: The Winter Soldier. The action scenes are wonderful. I got into the story. I didn't mind the usage of Sam Jackson and the starless Black Widow. She was fine in that movie. I like the uses of Sebastian Stan as Bucky or the Winter Soldier. Cool to see Robert Redford in there. I got into the story, the action scenes. It went at a good pace. I thought Chris Evans did a wonderful job. Like I said, I think this is a really good film. I don't know why it's so low. The Crow, can't, yeah, perfectly understand. I like the film. It's hard for me to rewatch it because anytime I watch it, I just remember what happened to Brandon Lee and very selfishly going, man, if he wasn't in this film or if this film wasn't made, Brandon Lee would be alive today. Or at least would have lived a lot longer. I mean, who knows if something else would have happened, life in general, but it's a damn good movie. And Brandon Lee I loved him in Rapid Fire and Show No Little Tokyo. He did a wonderful job in this. Well directed, great music, soundtrack. Tony Todd was in it, rest in peace to him. But I could see The Crow. Logan, I understand. I don't love Logan. I like it. I like Logan. I think Hugh Jackman did a wonderful job performance-wise. It was cool. Our first time seeing Wolverine in R-rated form. I liked the girl that played X-23. I liked the attempt to be more serious and somber of a tone. It's not a film I rewatch much. I don't like what they did with Professor X. I know the Old Man Logan comedy was based on at least a little bit, so I know the idea, but it's such a depressing story. I don't go into superhero films for depressing stories. I'm sorry, that's just a personal thing. That's why I don't look forward to The Last Ronin. If they do that Ninja Turtle movie, if they do that comic as a movie, I'm skipping it. I'm not watching the shit. And I'll say this here, don't bother paying me because I don't want to watch the shit. Because I don't want to watch, oh, you finally did an R-rated Ninja Turtle film, but now all the turtles fucking die. 3 of them are dead at the beginning, and then Mighty dies at the end. And they go, oh, it should be a sequel to the 90s Turtles films. Really? Because you want all of them to fucking die? Fuck that shit. Anyway, now I'm getting pissed, but this film, I don't like the way Logan goes out. He's fighting his clone, and he goes out like a bitch, and X-23 has to kill and save. Well, he doesn't save because he dies, but has to kill. Like, really? I mean, there's a film I saw called Kill, and not to get into spoilers, but the way that ending, that was an Indian action film from last year, the way that handled it was similar, but I thought was more satisfying than this. So I didn't care for the ending. I don't think Logan needed to die, or if he had to die, then I think he could have taken the clone out in a blaze of glory and then die of his injuries. At least that. But I do think it's well directed. I do think Hugh Jackman does a wonderful performance, as does the girl who played X-23. So I can see it. Yes, thank you. I love the Batman. I do think the film is too long. I don't think it need to be 3 hours long, but I'm glad to see this on the list. I'm actually surprised they put it on the list above Avengers Endgame and Logan. I'm surprised by that, but I'm glad. This would be on my list. It may be my favorite Batman film. I love Batman 89, Batman Returns, but this may be my favorite Batman film. I don't know. It's not a film you just pick up and watch. It's 3 hours, but I do quite like the film. I'm curious about the sequel, but I don't want them to fuck it up. That's the thing. But I really did like the Batman, so glad it's on the list. Hey, I like this film too. It's this is the first one, right? Okay. I like Into the Spider-Verse. It's my favorite Spider-Man movie. I don't like the Sam Raimi ones. I mean, Spider-Man 2 I could watch. 1 and 3 I'm not a fan of. Amazing Spider-Man 2 grew on me. The first one I'm not big on. This is my favorite Spider-Man. I like the sequel, but I like the first one more. Into the Spider-Verse. I thought the animation works for this film. Not for all these other fucking films like TMNT Mutant Mayhem. It works for this film. And the way it looks, I thought the voice acting was really good. I was intrigued by Miles Morales as a character. I liked that Peter Parker has worthwhile stuff to do, and he's not just useless or pointless. I do quite like Into the Spider-Verse. I thought it was beautiful to look at. I got into the story. The second film, a little bit shaky on the story, so I don't know about the sequel, but I did like the second film. But this one, like I said, it's my favorite Spider-Man movie. Batman 89, great choice. Can't complain about that. What more could be said? X-Men 2 is a good movie. I mean, there's some of these other films I would put above X-Men 2, but that's a good choice. That is a very good choice. That is my favorite X-Men film. There's a lot of people's. The Nightcrawler bit at the beginning is really cool. Wolverine kicked everybody's ass when the soldiers come into the school was cool. Unbreakable, great choice. That would be on my list of 25. I love Unbreakable. I think it's M. Night Shyamalan's best film. Yeah, really good story, well directed, well acted. Very serious, more subtle take on a superhero tale. And it felt different. It felt very different at the time. And it felt more unique. I really liked Unbreakable. No. No. Dow da do, dow da dun da dun, dow. You get to do a duty. No. Wonder Woman, Wonder Bitch, Wonder Witch. No. No. I know a lot of people like this film. I don't. I never liked it. I thought it was overrated. I thought it was lame. I thought Gal Gadot can't act. She still can't act for shit. I thought she was a terrible Wonder Woman. I forget her name, but I thought the other person, Connie Nielsen, I thought she would have been a better Wonder Woman than Gal Gadot. And to be honest, I don't remember a fucking thing about this movie. So fuck that. Black Panther, no. I get it. It was popular, but it was a shitty film, in my opinion. Did not deserve an Oscar nomination. The action scenes in this film suck. The fight scene looks like a goddamn PlayStation 2 video game. Some of the plot reminds you of The Lion King. Black Panther was more badass in Captain America Civil War than his own goddamn movie. Michael B. Jordan, one of the more overrated Marvel villains. Black Panther sucked. Incredibles, I never was big on it. It's fine. It's fine. But I never loved this like other people did. The Avengers, I'm not big on this one. I actually like Age of Ultron a lot more. This one, I think it takes too long for the characters to get together since we've had all these individual films. When they're on that floating ship and it takes like 15 minutes for Iron Man and Captain America to fix a fucking engine or whatever the hell they were doing. But the third act was fun. The third act in New York made it a fun experience for that scene alone, that third act. So I don't hate the first Avengers, but I'm not big on it either, so no. The Dark Knight, Heath Ledger did a fantastic job. Cool to see Morgan Freeman and Gary Oldman. Heath Ledger was wonderful. He sells the movie. He's the best part of the movie. Movie is Joker. I don't like Batman. I don't like his voice. I don't give a shit about that voice. I don't hate The Dark Knight. I mean, I go back and forth, but I don't hate the film, but I knew this was going to be on the list. It just wouldn't be on my list. Spider-Man 2, Again, I knew this would be on the list. It probably would not be on my list, but I could have guessed that. Superman made sense. Made sense. Superman, great, great showcase for Superman. I don't like him spinning the fucking world. I think that's stupid. Because then it makes you go, well, if he could do it at that point, then how come he can't do it every single time? So I never thought that was a good idea to have him spin around the world. But the way Christopher Reeve as Superman, the fantastic score, there's a lot of magic and heart in that film, and I do really love the original Superman movie. So that's a good choice for number one. I can't complain about that. Cannot complain about that. I mean, as for the list, I expected Spider-Man 2 and Dark Knight to be on there and stuff. Unbreakable, Batman. I'm glad that the Batman is on there. That's cool. The Crow's on there. That's cool. This is like the most like, what? I mean, that surprised me. Superman. I'm glad Superman 2's on there. How the fuck does Thunderbolts get on there? Like from the get-go, like, what the fuck, really? Why? Why the Thunderbolts? Considering, so you tell me the Thunderbolts is better than the first Guardians of the Galaxy, because that's not on here. The first Iron Man's not on here. So you telling me the Thunderbolts and some of this other shit. Let's leave it on. Where's the Crow? Let's leave it on the Crow. Yeah, let's leave it on there. Come on, stop it. Now, again, these are superhero films, it says, not comic book films, so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles would not be considered superheroes because they're not, superpowers or anything. I like to find a list of all superhero films. So no Iron Man 1. I thought that's weird. Didn't I have the first Iron Man on there? Thor's not on there. Captain America First Avengers not on there. No Blade? No Blade 2? How the fuck do you not have Blade or Blade 2 on there? No Batman Returns. No Hulk or Incredible Hulk. Of course, they were not going to have Daredevil. I mean, Punisher isn't really a superhero. He's a vigilante, so I don't know if he'd work on it. Because, like, the Crow has supernatural powers. He can't die because of the power of the Crow. Yeah, I would do favorite comic book films. I would do my top 25 favorite comic book films. I would put the first two Ninja Turtle movies, Iron Man, The Punisher with Dolph Lundgren, The Punisher with Thomas Jane, Daredevil from 2003, Hulk from 2003. I would put Superman 1 through 3 on there, Batman Returns, The Batman, Iron Man. I think I already mentioned that. So Dan, you want to tell me, fuck off. Well, you could tell me to fuck off too, but... So you want to tell me that... You want to tell me that Thunderbolts is better than Iron Man 1? Yeah, I'm just surprised that the Iron Man 1's not on here. That's shocking. I mean, I'm glad Christopher Reeve's Superman, the movie, is number one. That's a cool choice. Glad that Batman 89's on the list. The Crow on the list. Hellboy on the list. That's cool. Black Panther and Wonder Woman. You know, I figured they'd be on the list. Unbreakable, yes. I liked Into the Spider-Verse. I liked the Batman, so. The Crow. This list wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, I disagree with choices, sure, but it's when it got to the upper echelon, I kind of expected like the Dark Knight would be in there, Spider-Man 2 would be up there, Superman the movie be number one, good choice. But I kind of expected it. I mean, what was the top 10 again? Yeah, I expected Spider-Man 2 and Dark Knight. The Avengers, I can't be surprised, is on there. Black Panther and Wonder Woman, I would not put in a top 10 list of anything, except maybe top 10 worst of the year for those respective years. I guess I should be thankful they didn't like put Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, Thor: Love and Thunder. Like Thor Ragnarok, I don't think it's better than Iron Man 1 or Batman Returns. I mean, but okay. Like I said, that's every list, so fuck it, you know. What can you do? But Thunderbolts being on there is fuck. What the fuck? Whose dick got sucked for that to be on the list? Because, yeah, Thunderbolts is better than Iron Man. Thunderbolts is better than fucking the first fucking Captain America movie. Thunderbolts is better than... Get the fuck out of here, dude. Get out of my face with that shit. And don't get in my car. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck it all. Fuck it all. Fuck it all. Kiss my grits and kiss my ass. Anyway. No Blade. Yeah. Blade and Blade 2 are not as good as Thunderbolts. Okay, Blade and Blade 2 are better. They are better than Thunderbolts. They're better than Shazam. I say they're better than Super. Better than Thor Ragnarok. I like them more than Watchmen. I like Superman 2, but I would say I like Blade 1 and 2 more. Avengers Endgame, Blade 1 and 2 are better. I mean, I like Shin Kamen Rider. I think Blade 1 or 2 are better. And, like, get into the... Like, come on. Come on with this shit. Blade 1 and 2 would hit the... I mean, rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. It's not his fault. But Blade 1 and 2 would beat the fuck out of this movie any day and twice on Sunday. Blade 1 and 2. I think are way fucking better than this film. This Black Panther is fucking boring. And it fucking sucks. And no one... How many people actually revisit this fucking film? That's what I would like to ask. Who actually revisits the first Black Panther movie? Either one of them. For such an Oscar... This got nominated for an Oscar for Best Picture. And let's face it, it was more of a political move. It was a political move to do that, not because of the fucking movie. And yes, I'm staying there for the cause, and I believe in that. Because Blade 1 and 2 are better pieces of entertainment. So, whatever. You know what's funny? Someone's going to say, you're racist. I mean, yeah, I'm praising 2 films that star Wesley Snipes. Praising 2 films and singing the praises of a movie that stars a black guy called Snipes. But I'm racist. Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. Fuck this list. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.